going on, guys? Glad to have you here for third episode of our Laravel series, Controllers. In Laravel, controllers play a crucial role in handling the application's business logic and user interactions. They are responsible for processing incoming requests, interacting with models, views, and returning responses. Controllers are classes that group related request handling logic. They serve as an intermediary between the application's routes, models, and views. By using controllers, you can organize your code better, manage the application's functionality in a more structured way, and follow the MVC model view controller pattern more effectively. And here we have got Visual Studio Code as our code editor, and if you need to learn more about VS Code, you can watch our VS based series and find the link in the description below. By the way, we have already created a project with the name Controllers, and you can name it as per your preferences. First of all, let me show you what we have in this project. So I'm gonna open up our web.php and let's serve our application with the command say PHP Artisan serve, and let's click on this link here that will bring up our favorite browser, Google Chrome, and loads our entry point for our application. And let's keep the browser and our editor side by side for better view, and let me close this terminal for now. So first of all, we are going to jump into how you can create a controller. Laravel provides a convenient way to generate controllers using the Artisan command. Let's open our terminal again, and let me maximize the terminal and maximize the editor as well. Let me close the sidebar, and I'm gonna grab the new editor, and let's add a command here. Say PHP Artisan make controller, and the name of the controller, in our case it's gonna be product controller. Hit enter, and that's gonna create our product controllers controller command. Click on this file, that's gonna open our product controller, and we have discussed all of these stuff in detail in our previous episodes. First of all, we are gonna define a method, say public function, followed by the name of the function. That can be all products, followed by parenthesis and curly braces. Go to the next row, and that's gonna return within quotes all products from product controller, followed by semicolon. And let's copy the same, and let's make some changes here. Say there's gonna be product detail, and let's make some changes here as well. Say that's gonna return product with ID. Do not forget to add space followed by colon, and then I'm gonna add a period, and let's add in here $ID, and that should be specified here as well. Get back to $ID followed by period, and within quotes I'm gonna add here say from product controller. Sorry, let's fix this. Hit save, and we have successfully added two custom methods here. Secondly, let's talk about how you can use this controller. You'll need to register them in your routes. First, let me show you what I mean. Let's open our web.php, and here I'm gonna add say route followed by colon, and I'm gonna call in here get method, and within parentheses, and do not forget to add in here semicolon, get back within parentheses, and let's add in here the first parameter would be say the routes, and that's going to be products followed by comma, and within square brackets I'm gonna add in here the class say product controller colon the keyword class, and you will also need to specify here the method you are going to access. Say get back to our product controller. I'm gonna copy the name of this method from here, get back to web.php, and let's paste that in here. I'm gonna make a copy of this line of code, and the second route would be say product followed by /, and within curly braces I'm gonna add in here ID. That's gonna represent the ID of the product. So let's get back to the product controller and let's copy the name of our second method. Get back to our web.php and let's specify the method here, and do not forget to add the methods within quotes. Hit save. Now we have successfully added routes for both the methods. Now let me show you both the routes in our browser. Let's resize our editor and let's type in here products, hit enter, and it returns all products from product controller. And now if you browse to product 2 or any of the ID, hit enter, and that's gonna return product with ID 5, and there should be space. Let me wrap the editor and let's add a space here. Hit save. Let's browse again. That should add the space here as well. Now after that, let's move on to single action controllers. Imagine you have a small task to do, like sending a welcome email. Rather than hiring a general assistant to handle this, you'd prefer to have a specialist who focuses solely on sending an email. That's essentially what a single action controller in Laravel. It's a controller dedicated to perform a single specific task. Let's say you want to create a controller to handle a product search. Let's get back to our terminal. I'm gonna increase or maximize the size, and let's add in here a command. Let's make some changes here. Say I'm gonna add in here search. So that should read PHP Artisan make controller product search controller, and as you hit enter, that should create our controller. Let's click on it, and this controller contains only one method, usually named __ invoke. So let's come in here and define one. I'm gonna add in here, say public function followed by the name of the method, which is __ invoke, and that's gonna return, say, search results followed by colon and add semicolon as well. Hit save, and here we should also have request object. Say I'm gonna add in here request class. Let's copy. You can also copy this class from here and paste that in here, followed by the object that is going to be $request. And the request object is part of Laravel's HTTP layer and is automatically injected into the method by the framework when a request is made to the route or controller using this method. Next, we are going to discuss that how you can register this controller in your route. So let's save the file and get back to web.php, and let's go all the way up here, and I'm gonna make a copy of this route, and let's make some changes here. I'm gonna wrap the editor as well, and you just need to make a change here. Say the class will be product search controller followed by colon, and that's not gonna return any method because we did not define one. That should do. And the URL or route should be, say, products followed by / and search keyword. Hit save. After that, let's move to our browser and try to browse to products followed by / and type here search. Hit enter, and we get product with ID. Sorry, why did we get that? Product search controller, that should only product search controller, product with ID, search from, let me close product controller, that should only show search results. Products, hit save, and let's go to the controller, which is product search controller, and sorry, I think that should be products. Let's get back in here, and I forgot to add as here. Hit enter, and that returns an error. Function does not exist. Product controller function, I think request. Alright, that should be request, I guess. It's safe. Get search controller class. I accidentally added here square brackets. Let's cut that from here, because that would need for adding the method along with the class or the controller. Let's paste that in here, hit save, get back to our browser, hit enter, and we get search results. Now we are going to move on to resource controllers. A resource controller in Laravel is a spatial type of controller designed to handle all the standard CRUD operations, say create, read, update, and delete, in a clean and structured way. Before we move on, let's delete our previous product controller for now. Let's rename it as, say, pre-product controller, because we are going to create another one here. And let's close that, and let's maximize our terminal. And to create a resource controller, you can use Artisan command. Say I'm gonna add the same product controller followed by -- resource flag. The resource flag tells Laravel to generate a resource controller, which includes methods for index, create, store, show, edit, update, and destroy. Hit enter, and that should create your resource product controller. Let's click on this controller, and let me close our terminal for now. And that includes the methods, say index, create. Index method is used to display a listing of the resource, and this create method is used to show the form for creating a new resource. Let me wrap the editor. And this store method is used to store a newly created resource in storage. And then we have show. It is used to display the specified resource. After that, we have edit method. It is used to show the form for editing the specified resource. And then we have update method to update the specified resource in storage. And finally, we have destroy method to remove the specified resource from storage. Next thing, you'd like to move on to that, how you can implement these methods in product controller. Let us define few of them. First of all, I'm gonna implement our index method first. That's gonna return within quotes all products from index method of all products from index method. That will do, followed by semicolon. And after that, let's define create method, and that's gonna return within quotes form to create a new product, followed by semicolon. And then let's define the show method. That's gonna return a form to display a specified product, followed by semicolon. And now I'm gonna define edit method. That's gonna return form to edit specified product, followed by semicolon. Now hit save. After that, let's see that how you can register resource routes for the resource controller. So to do that, get back to web.php, and here I'm gonna add let's make a copy of it, and I'm gonna make some changes here. You don't need the search. Let's delete that from here. And then I'm gonna make this a simply product controller, followed by colon and class. Now this route generates all 7 routes mapped to your controller methods, making your code shorter, more organized, and easier to maintain. Now you'd like to get into is how you can view a list of routes that match a specific path. you can use the PHP Artisan command. That is, let me bring up our terminal and let's maximize the size. Let me clear the terminal as well. And the command is say PHP Artisan routes followed by colon and hit list followed by hyphen path. It's going to be equal to say products. That should be products. PRODUCTS. Hit enter, and that returns could not open input file Artisan. That should be PHP Artisan. Hit enter, and we have only, I think I did not save our file. Let's bring up our terminal. I'm gonna clear the screen and re-execute the command. We have an error here. PHP Artisan route list invalid route action error. Why do we get this error? Let's clear up the screen and close the terminal for now. Let's see if we have, sorry, I forgot to add here. That should be resource. Hit save and bring up our terminal, and I'm gonna execute the command again. Hit enter. We shouldn't get that error now. Let's delete this and bring up new terminal and re-execute the command. So this command returns or lists all routes in your Laravel application that contain products in their path. This helps you quickly find and review the routes that are spatially related to product operations, making it easier to debug or understand your routing configuration. Now let's discuss few of them. Say you use this route to display a listing of all products, and that includes the URI is products, the method is get, and action is all product. Say I think I did not turn the other routes off. Let's close the terminal for now, and I am gonna comment these routes out. Hit save, bring up a terminal again. I'm gonna clear up the screen and let's re-execute the command. Now that gives you only resource routes. So say this route you can use to display a listing of all products. That includes the URI is products, the method is get, and the action is products.index. So let me resize the editor, and simply if you browse to products, that's going to return all products from index method. And then what do we have in product controller? The next is say creates, and if you come in here and type create, that's gonna return form to create a new product. And for show, simply you need to add here the ID of the product, say 12, to display a specified product, and I'm gonna add in here the ID of the product as well. Let's concatenate $ID of the product. Hit save and rebrowse the routes to display a specified product ID colon space, and let's rebrowse it. That returns to display a specified product ID, and after that that's gonna return say products edit. Hit enter to display a specified product. Why did it show us edit for edit? Sorry, the route pattern should be products, the product ID followed by edit in the path. Let's add that in here, 12 followed by / hit enter. So that's going to return the form to edit a specified product. Let's close the terminal for now, and these routes collectively handle the basic CRUD operations for your products. By understanding these routes, you can efficiently manage product related operations in your e-commerce project. Controllers in Laravel help you organize logic by handling requests separately from routes, making code cleaner and more maintainable. Single action controllers are useful for handling a single responsibility per class, improving readability and keeping controllers lightweight. Resource controllers streamline CRUD operations by automatically defining standard methods, reducing repetitive code. Resource routes simplify route definitions by generating multiple endpoints with a single declaration, making routing more efficient and easier to manage. Together, these features enhance code structure, reusability, and maintainability in Laravel applications. And that ends the episode here. Moreover, if you have any question, you just feel free to comment below, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.